Hello everyone, I'm Brian. Today I'm reacting to Is the World Is Other Than Me? I think maybe it meant to say Is the World Other Than Me? Swami Anubhavananda. So I had a different one picked, but the audio in that particular video was bad. This one seems like it's low, but it sounds better. So is the world other than me? So in terms of Advaita Vedanta, in terms of also consciousness, how now I perceive it, things must manifest in consciousness for you to be conscious of it. Without consciousness, there is nothing to how do you say, observe. Nothing. There's nothing. Without consciousness, there's nothing. It's really weird to say, but let's go and get started.
The Tattva Vivek, wherein we were focusing attention on our being, that we are the conscious reality. Does it mean that the world is inert? What about the world? Normally, our experiences are objective, where knower and known difference is valid. And
I would just correct him a little bit there. Our own personal experience is, generally speaking, subjective. I think what he means is that the things that we observe in the world is objective. Like when we verify things, again, much like we can see this is a pen, maybe. It's so dark in this room. You can see that's a pen. We can objectively say this is a pen. While subjectively, I say, you know, this rubber part is very, very hard, while some people may think it's very, very soft. So that's a subjective part. But the objective part of the rubber is that it's rubber. Or it might be plastic, I don't know.
therefore, we get influenced by this in a positive or negative way and continue. Therefore, we have to find out this objective world that we see, is it really other than me? We have to find it out. And for that purpose, we will be studying the second chapter. Is this world something other than me? Like we have our experience today. This body is me. Body is not other than me. And therefore, we are not required to be told that you love your body. Whatever may be our age, 89 not out. My neck is moving, back is, but eyes have gone crisscross, but the nose is still straight. Because it is me. In other words, whatever is included in the definition of I, for that there is no hatred. Freedom from hatred is called as love. Hatred is the reaction. No reaction. Now, take an example. There was one very sweet girl sitting right in the front for satsang. And third day we went for a breakfast somewhere. She also came there. I told her, here there is no satsang, it is only breakfast. How come you came here? They invited you. No, Swamiji, this is my house. Cut a sorry figure. Then I said, okay, let Mama prepare, you come. Then I took her hands in my hand. I was so curious. She had very long nails, red color. I had never seen any girl's hand with such long nails so closely. I was very curious. I said, hey, what do you eat? How come the blood flows in your nails? In my nails, they don't flow. I mean, this is color. I said, oh, color. Oh. Then you eat some special food so that your nail grow like a shurpanaka. And after some time, breakfast came, I forgot about it. Next day she came for the lecture. And after the lecture, I said, hey, come here. What happened to your nails? She cut them all. Why? Swamiji, I was feeling very embarrassed. I cut them all. I said, oh God. Anyway, give me. I like them very much. Swamiji, I had thrown them. Now learn. Don't forget this basic principle of life. From everything you have to learn. When you learn, you grow wise. When you don't learn, you grow old and otherwise. Now you decide. So, what we have to learn, when the nails were included in the definition of I, we don't hate them. When the same nail are cut, then they are thrown. If we have to discover pure love for this world, or if we have to discover zero hatred for the world, what is required is we have to include this world in the definition of our I. See, my friends, there is one word in Sanskrit. One person asked me this question in Delhi. Swamiji, they say, Paropakaraya satam vibhutaya, the saints help others. I said, I don't accept that statement. But it is from the scriptures. I said, maybe, but I don't accept. Why? Wherever there is a sense of otherness, you cannot love. Pure love is possible only if the sense of otherness has disappeared. Then in that love, there is no expectation of any kind. See? And this is the foundation of spiritual life. We love others under n number of conditions. Why do you love her? Oh, she's so beautiful. Cause. Why do you love yourself? Just like that. See? Causeless love is possible when the I extends beyond all limits. Take this step by step, then it will go deep. See? I love myself. The mother loves herself the most. Then, by God's grace, a child is born. Then, during her pregnancy, everybody gives her 101 advice. You should not eat this, you should not eat that, you should not shout, you should not see the terrifying movies, all kinds of things. So many things are told. After the baby is born, another 100 instructions are given. But is any new mother told by anybody, love your child? What is the reason? Because the mother knows it is my extension. Although separate, but my extension. Wise people abiding in this truth, they see the duality, they see the otherness, but they don't have this sense. Like the mother doesn't have the sense of otherness with the child. Now, third step. When our love for the child is there, what are the effects of that love? Effects of that love is the foolishness of the child is recognized as the wisdom. You see, yesterday, that young couple came with their child. They were sitting with me for about half an hour, 45 minutes. And whatever that child was doing, what a great appreciation. Swamiji, he understands everything. I said, he understands, but you don't understand anything. See? Now he will say something, and the child will do something, and see, he understands. But when they had no child and other children, Swamiji, we are thinking not to have children, But you are again and again telling you should have a child. But why? Now the child has come, all questions disappeared. Now for them, the whole world is around that one pivot, around and around. What is that suddenly happened? Because the child is my extension. See, friends, now be attentive. Next step. When I extend to a limited area, okay, only this much is my house. So I extended only duty around this much area. Then I will become possessive. Possessiveness is attachment, asakti. And what is asakti? Jasakti. टिकती नहीं. See, friends, therefore, what we think we love each other, it is not love. The pure love is that where we accept, like the mother accepts the child as it is. On the contrary, if you see, if there are some problematic children, mothers love that child more than the normal child. Therefore, we have to discover there is a world where we are living is none other than our own extension.
Okay. The volume was quite low on this one, but at least I could, hopefully everyone could hear it. So, in a sense, what I say, love without requirements, boundless love. That is kind of difficult to do, but I'm kind of curious as to the definition of the boundless love. You could say, I forget what the word he used or what the proper word would be, but in a sense, unconditional love. I guess that's the better word. That doesn't mean being taken advantage of. You can love someone who's a troublemaker, who is worse than that too. That doesn't mean you support their actions. That doesn't mean that you want them to do bad things to other people. You can love someone and not hate them and accept them for who they are. I am curious. I have a feeling I know what the answer is, but how can you say you still love them? How can you extend this love to people who commit heinous crimes? I guess the love is more along the lines that you don't cause harm to them. That doesn't mean that you give them money, you give them shelter, you say that you essentially, I think you just cause no harm to them. As in, you have no ill will to them. You don't want to cause bad things to happen to them. You will talk to them, if you want to, you hang out with them if you want to, or you ignore them. Not out of spite, not out of hate, but understanding the fact that it's not good for you, perhaps. Maybe, could you ignore them? I mean, again, the I think unconditional love, or this love that he's talking about, is more along the lines of not causing harm to that person. Is that a sign of love? He's a very bad person, but I still try to talk to him, and I still try to convince him to move out of his ways, to go to a better path. That's how much I love him. That You love that person so much that you're willing to talk to them and to try to better their life by talking to them. You don't have to give them money. You don't have to give them food. You don't have to give them shelter. It's not your responsibility. By being kind, nice, and generous, however you see that, is love. Is that the case? Again, this goes to say someone who has committed say someone that you love. Are you able to still show unconditional love to that person who has ended something, someone in your life that you love? Are you able to see past that? That's very difficult. But perhaps there are people who say they move on. They want that hatred to end. Because it is eating them alive. So this goes to show that you don't hate someone. You're past that. There are some people who are even compassionate to that person as to what would drive them to do that. There is a lot of questions and a lot of possibilities. A lot of people with different kinds of ways of seeing things and reacting to things and how they take things. But I think there are more people, if a person ends someone that you love, majority of people cannot see past that. They have hatred towards that person and not love. And it's understandable. But can you ignore, move away, never see that person again, and end that hatred? I guess maybe forget about it. But what happens if that person shows again? That hatred reignites? Can you then... I guess the point of that one is, are you able to be enlightened? It's kind of a bit of a hard one because, well, I don't know. Again, I go back to Swami Vivekananda. He definitely felt emotions, and I think a lot of people considered him enlightened. So that hatred and love and all of this probably still, well, love for sure, but hatred or anger, sadness, suffering in a sense, still flowed through his body. But I think from what I heard from Sri Ramakrishna, that he also felt pain from the body, suffering from the, well, I don't know about suffering, I know pain, but the thing that I remember from that one is the fact that Swami Sarvapriyananda had said that Sri Ramakrishna had throat cancer and the body was feeling pain, but he understood the division between the body and his true self. And I would assume the same thing with Swami Vivekananda, where he understands that the body suffers, the body still gets angered, his body still feels pain, the body still feels sadness and happiness, but he understands that his true self is unaffected by that. Perhaps that is the case, which then would say that maybe you can still feel anger towards someone and understand that your true self is unaffected by that. Would that be the case? Anyway, that's my reaction to Is the World Is Other Than Me? If you like my content, please consider subscribing, thumbs up, the sound down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next vid.